Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here. Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with this week's Rogue Deck Roundup. I got Kamel with me because he loves Rogue decks and he loves being here.
Sure do.
That's right. It's a slow week for Rogue decks. I'm just gonna say that. If you saw Power Rankings, Desperado just destroyed everybody and just sucked up all the points, leaving very little left for the little guys. But we'll still take a look at them and see how they did.
Yep.
All right. So if you're new to the series, it's pretty much like the power rankings. We track decks as they're played in tournaments throughout the week, and we assign them points based on how they finish. So if they get a first place finish, they get 6 points. Second place finish is 4 points. A top four is 2 points, and a top eight is a single point. So the tournaments we track all have to have something in common so that we can compare and contrast the results. So they have to be rounds of Swiss into a top cut. They got to have one deck with a 7-card side, and you can side in a skill. All right. And the tournaments that met those criteria this week were the Battle Phase series, including Damage Step, our big one on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. The Meta series and the Giraffe bi-weekly.
Yeah, and if you want guaranteed access to any Battle Phase events, make sure to subscribe on Twitch or become a channel member on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Let's get right into it then. Let me get these tournaments out here. Get the numbers. The numbers. That's what we want. The numbers up on the screen. And first place with 8 points.
Oh no! What is this? What is this? Oh my God! We had double digits before.
I know, 8 points. We actually have a statistical tie for third too, which is really sad. But
oh my God!
all right, here we go, and it's Goki. Wah wah wah.
Oh my gosh. Goki at the top of the Rogue Deck rankings, the Rogue Deck Roundup.
Look at
The
Valkyries
Valkyrie.
though.
6 points. How the heck did that happen? Who the
Spell
heck?
Spellbooks, my Akashi, Magnets, Fire Kings, Megalith, Weather Painters, and I want to point out Trimids. Everybody's like, Trimid's best deck of the format right now. It's like, really? Have you
And
been?
what did I say, guys? I said Magnets on their way out, Trimids on their way out. They cannot compete
Yeah, too
with
slow,
the
too
new
old.
Xyz decks. They cannot compete.
People were telling me Trimid's best deck of the format. It's like, have you been watching the format? Have you been playing in the format? Yes, they're all right. You know, they're pretty good on the ladder or whatever because it's the Wild West. But you get in a tournament situation and
You get
Trimids aren't doing
slapped up
so
real
hot.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one top 8 in all 9 tournaments that we track. So there you go. Well, let's get into it then. We talked about this in the power rankings. Gokis. I hate this deck. I hate back row decks. Now that's Yu-Gi-Oh from a
Circus,
year
you
ago.
can't say that. You can't say that because then you'll enable all the back row deck haters in the chat.
Oh
They'll
yeah.
just be like,
Yeah.
I hate back row decks. Back row decks are for noobs. Back row decks take no skill. Back row decks
I'm
take
to that
skill.
point now
That's-
because I think the game has moved on where there's so many options for decks that don't
No,
play
if you can beat
back row.
Noble Knights with a back row deck, you're good. All
Right.
right. If you can beat Noble Knights with Goki, you are good because Noble Knights is an extremely consistent deck right now.
Yeah, it's real
With
hard
Goki,
to karma cut their Madrat and then slap down a Necro Valley. There's some skill.
it is hard. It is very hard. Look,
They're playing balance. They're gonna start with it more than likely.
they start with one karma cut, 2 traps if they're lucky.
Yeah, and a Necro
And
Valley. So you got Karma Cut, Necro Valley, and 2 monsters.
maybe they
Bam,
get
bam, bam,
Necro Valley.
bam.
You don't know they're gonna get Necro Valley. Desperado
They're
gets
playing balance. They have a
Machine
very good
Fortress,
chance.
Misjudged. They get a trap. They get a negate. They get a cup of ace.
Well, they're playing balance, so they have that opportunity. They're gonna get the Cyclone, the Econ, or the Necro Valley. So there's a very good chance they're gonna have that
I know.
Necro Valley. Very good
But
chance.
let's not act like traps just solve Goki's core weakness, which means that they are
That
very
it
easy
sucks.
to
Yeah.
interrupt, not giving them access to any further resources. So yeah,
Yeah.
Goki's just doing their thing.
Yeah, get them out of here. All right. I'm gonna get to the next deck. Valkyries. Why is this deck doing well? Why? How did it win a tournament? And why
Look,
are so many?
I can't even tell you how I won the tournament. Like, to be honest, I can't even tell you I won the tournament. That's it.
I can't. And it played like a meta deck. Wasn't it like Noble Knights or
Desperado? I don't know.
I
You
believe
should ask
so.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, probably did.
It was one of the two meta
Something to
decks.
note: this is not playing the UR Valkyrie from the box, just playing the SRs,
Yeah, no one
and
plays the UR.
no one, not even at one.
No, it's never
Per-
been played. Yeah, this is a pretty standard monster list too. Because I played the deck when it first came out. Because I got it trying to get. I think Karma Cut's in that box, right?
Yeah,
So I played it when it first came out, and it's a fun little deck. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he got so far with it. Just knowing what he's doing, and I guess maybe was he XZing? I didn't see the tournament, so maybe he's using his XZs.
yeah. I suppose he's using his Xyz monsters. You have easy access to Marrow Guys, Zen Mains, and Corn. Yeah, Diamond Direwolf too. So maybe he did make use of his Xyz monsters to give him some advantage.
Yeah, I congratulations. I don't. You played one.
You gotta play Valkyries again on the new player stream. You gotta redo your deck.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be hilarious. This is the DDD of the week, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Except they only got one tournament week.
You can also see DDD is nowhere to be found this week anywhere.
Yep.
So
Okay, I just realized I had the wrong player name on there. It wasn't Magpie. Magpie was last week. I can't remember who he was playing. Magnets, right? But this
Yeah.
week it was Internet Explorer. He was Battleface Friday champion, and I just checked, and he did beat Noble Knights with this.
wow.
Yeah. So
And that was after the new box came out. Whoa.
yes,
That's pretty crazy.
Valkyries. There you go. Back row deck, I guess. I don't know.
The counter the normal knights confirmed.
Yep. All right, let's move on then. Spellbooks tied for third place.
Those Spellbooks just this is one of my favorite decks. To be honest, the deck
Is
is
it?
just very good if you have it. Yeah.
Oh, you got to play Herf with it. Herf hates this deck. I'd love to see you two play. You got to play it, and he'll play a deck that you hate. And
Oh, we'll see. But yeah, Spellbook's just doing their thing. Honestly, you can see why it's in the Rogue decks because it's 3 overall representation, but it has a 67% conversion rate, man. Can you imagine if more people played this deck?
oh my god,
Oh, it would be ridiculous. This deck is, I don't know, when people play it, and Bancroft in the meta Freakly got runner up, and he's just playing a standard list. Nothing spicy about it at all.
it's just when this deck goes off, it really goes off. You know,
Yeah,
if it gets that opportunity. Is it a going first deck or a going second deck? First, huh? So you want to
yeah.
set up
Going,
your fade or something?
you can do both actually. You can go first or second. You
Okay.
OTK if you go second. Yeah,
All right. Well, it's good to see that the deck is still around. It's just so weird that it is still after all these years.
hmm
Okay. Next one on the list. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Mayakashi.
Akashi. Now I have kind of seen why my Akashi is succeeding. It's been played a lot in Battle Phase Rising Sun,
Okay.
which I'll talk about that a little bit later. But my Akashi, it really benefits from being able to dump the monsters to the graveyard and then get more resources off of that using cards like the Mayakashi Winter. It is, I believe. You can send any extra monsters, like a level 1 you have on the field, to the grave and draw another card. After that, any extra cards that you have at the end of your turn is great. Anything like a DD Crow or anything that you can add to play next turn
Mm-hmm.
that you can get in the grave to later synchro summon when you bring a Daki back out to climb the synchro ladder. And then Super Team Buddy Force just makes it so if you don't want to climb the synchro ladder and you want to go into one of your other things like Star Eater or Vermilion, you can just special summon one of them back.
Oh, nice. Super Team Buddy Force is funny because it's been around for so long, but now it's just like everybody's trying to put it into every deck.
Well, because it's just becoming a lot more versatile now. Of course, it was played in Fortune Ladies first because you wanted to reuse those monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just really great being able to bring back monsters if there's another type of them on the field.
Yeah, Mayakashi, I don't really have a problem with the deck. It just, I think the big complaint people say is that it doesn't. It's a ladder to nowhere. Like you get to the top of the ladder and then you just fall off of it.
Yeah, you don't have a very good opening turn. And this list I am noticing is not playing Shogun or Sun Saga. A lot of my Akashi lists I've seen have used those as boss monsters.
Mm-hmm.
This one is opting to use the Squire Saga and Vermilion instead.
Now I know Shiranui #1, who was a big Shiranui player. He's playing like kind of like a hybrid between Mayakashi and Shiranui. It's got a little bit more Shiranui cards in it, so we'll see how he does this next week. I think I saw him playing today or yesterday, doing the same thing. So we'll have to see how he does with that. So shout out to Shiranui #1. Sorry your deck got killed and no one plays it anymore. All right, next one and last one on the list is magnets. This is another one where everybody's just like, the new player stream. People are always like, "Should I get magnets?" I'm like, "No, why would you get magnets?"
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people were looking in the short term, thinking magnets is all in one box and then level up rewards that it'll be good. But the thing is, it is not. We always tell you it's not worth going for a short term deck. Everyone in Duel Links that was playing magnets in tournaments, I can guarantee you they already had magnets because they bought Dark Magician. And they
Right,
already had magnets because they probably played it when it was a free to play deck and they leveled up Yugi already.
right.
So that does not make it a good reason for you to get magnets. And I'm so sorry if you did, because magnets are not viable at all now. They are not strong enough as an Xyz deck, and their win condition is not strong enough against the new strategies. So yeah,
Magnets and another one that didn't make this list. Trimids. It got 1 point, so it is on the rogue deck
yeah.
roundup. But Trimids is another deck like that. People,
So
we had a guy that was in our stream. He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get like magnets, Trimids, yeah, Luna lights, and then something else." Because he was,
oh god,
well, I'm
he
like, "Did
was.
you get advice from Reddit?" He's like, "Yeah, why?" I swear to God, swear to God. I'm
Oh
like,
no,
"Oh
yes.
no." Why
The
would you?
reason
He had 4 decks and all of them were out of date. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's really important that they mention, because magnets definitely fell off. There's a reason they've been on road decks and not the power rankings for the past couple weeks.
Yep.
So not expect them to be performing at the same rate as a tiered deck.
Well, I think, didn't they have a win last week or the week before? We had
They
a
did.
week where like all the rogue decks were getting wins and magnets. I think it was Magpie, right? Yeah, Magpie,
Yep.
which I forgot to change his name on the other slide, but that Magpie he did have a win, but it just didn't do anything this week. I think long term, don't invest in magnets. It's a fun deck if you have it, but don't go out of your. I'd say every deck on this list today, don't go out of your way to get it.
Yeah, no way.
If you have it, play it, but don't watch this video and go, Kamel said that Goki is good.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. All right. Overall representation this week is really down just because everybody's playing Desperado and Noble Knights right now.
Everyone's too hyped. You guys should go play Noble Knights, man.
Yeah, it's
Go
fun.
get Noble Knights. Yeah.
It is fun. It is. But look at Trimage, 21 representation, 1 point.
That is rough.
Yeah. Top 8 finishes this week. There you go. Goki, Magnets, Akashi, Spellbooks, Fire Kings. Fire Kings. That deck kind of fell off fast. Huh? That was kind of like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
It got interrupted too quickly, man. It's too easily sided against anything. DD Crow, Necro Valley, anything is just destroys
just
it.
shuts it down right away. But it was fun for that week that it lasted.
Yeah, that 1 week.
All right, and most victories, Valkyries.
The only win. Oh
Yep.
man.
Not like this. All right, we'll look at the main scores again. There you go. Goki's, Valkyries, and Spellbooks. Akashi tied for 3rd, and Magnets in 5th place. So I'd like to say this was an exciting rogue deck roundup, but I don't know if I can. It was just Desperado just said, "Get out of here, get out of here." Noble Knights is like just behind him, like, "Put me in, boss, put me in."
I think we finally settled on a meta. The 2 meta decks are definitely Desperado and Noble Knights, and the bottom feeders are kind of gonna have to settle their disputes.
Right, they're all bottom feeders. There's like 20 decks that are bottom feeders right now because there's like 2 good decks that can beat everybody, and then the rest are just like, "I can play, put me in," and then they just get destroyed.
Yeah.
So
this is gonna be an interesting couple weeks for road decks. I think things will change a lot on here.
yeah, I think we'll see. I think it's just gonna be a lot of low scoring weeks.
Yeah,
that's what I think. Because I think it's just gonna be Noble Knight, Despacito, Desperado for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see. So, all right, guys, remember, don't buy any of the decks on this list unless you already have them.
Right.
Yeah, don't go out of your way.
You should put a disclaimer up.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you went in and try to get your Battle in Boxer Veil and you got the Arvada, maybe you get the structure deck, maybe you get some Fire Kings, but I couldn't really recommend it with a clear conscience, so don't do that, all right? But what I can recommend is that you get in our Discord, because that's where we host all of our wonderful tournaments. The tournaments are free. The Discord is free. Kamel's advice is free. Kamel casting Battle Phase of the Rising Sun on Thursday morning is free.
Yeah. Oh man, this week's was not spicy at all. Usually it's spicy. This one was all Desperado Noble Knights, dude.
That's what we're going to be seeing for a while now, so get used to it, folks. And check me out on Saturday nights. I do the new player stream. We had a lot of fun playing Digital Bugs. It was pretty funny. I'm going to have a video for that coming out this week, so make sure to check that out. All right, so we're going to get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out, guys.
All right, we'll see you next time.